Namaskaram friends. Today it's 12th Divya Desam. Divya Desam name is Tirukudandai, is Kumbakonam. The temple name is Sarangapani Temple. Actually, there are three temples associated to Sarangapani. Along with Sarangapani, they refer Chakrapani Temple and Ramaswamy Temple also as together. The three temples are associated to Divya Desam number 12. Today I'll talk about Sarangapani and Chakrapani Temple. Tomorrow also I'll cover same Divya Desam 12 to talk about Ramaswamy Temple. Let's see the details about Sarangapani Temple. Before that, let us see the name for Tirukudandai. Lord Brahma wanted to create this Srishti and he placed the seeds that will evolve as a Srishti. He placed the seeds in the sacred pot. And this pot started swirling from the Himalayas through Ganges river, Yamuna, Godavari, and somehow it reached Kaveri river. And the seeds within the pot got spilled away from the pot, and that's the reason of origination of Kumbakonam and the Srishti also, and the other temples within the Kumbakonam. If you see, we all know that there are lots and lots of temples in Kumbakonam. Everywhere it's temples. So how it formed was through the seeds that got spilled away from the sacred pot sent by God Brahma. So this is the name for Tirukudandai. That is Tirukudandai. Now let's see the name for deity name, Sarangapani. Sarangam is the name of a bow that Narayana carries here. The Urchava name is Sarangapani in this temple. Moolavar name is Ara Amudan. Ara Amudan meaning unsurpassed sacred holy drink. So sweets will feel like at some point of time we'll feel like not having, it will be too much of sweets. So we'll not have. But Lord Narayana is not like that. She is not like that. Any devotee will feel to see him all time, worship all the time. That's unsurpassed. Ara means unsurpassed. Amudan means the sacred drink, like a sweet drink. So that's the name for Perumal here. The temple is the largest temple in Kumbakonam. It is around 150 feet. There are two different details they have given. One book I've read, it is 150 feet. The others, they are saying it's around 163 feet. But it's the tallest temple Gopuram in Kumbakonam, Sarangapani's temple. And and this temple will be, the main sanctum will be in the form of chariot. Let's see the history. So Lord Narayana would have arrived to this temple in chariot with horses and elephants to marry Komalavalli Thayar. Komalavalli Thayar would have born as a daughter to the sage Bhrigu. Here he is called as Hema Rishi sage. She was born to Hema Rishi sage and she got married to Lord Narayana in this temple. So we can see a shrine for Komalavalli Thayar, and the main sanctum will be so beautiful. It will be in the chariot form with two entrances. That is Uttarayana Vasal and Dakshinayana Vasal, which we saw in Tiruvellare temple. Similarly, here also there will be two entrances. During the first 6 months from January 15th to June, we will be allowed to enter the main sanctum through Uttarayana Vasal. And the next 6 months we have to enter the main sanctum through Dakshinayana Vasal. The Perumal will be in reclining posture, and the posture is somewhat different here. He will neither be in the full resting form nor he will be in the sitting form. He will be in the form where he is about to get up. That is because there is an interesting event to it. Tirumarice Alvar, once he came here to see Lord Narayana, he was resting, he was in the Sayana Kolam. So Tirumarice Alvar's relationship with Narayana is like a friendship bonding. So that's how the history has narrated their relationship. So Tirumizhi Alvar inquired him whether he is resting because his legs are paining. So Lord Narayana would have raised himself to sit and see. Immediately Tirumizhi Alvar would have asked him not to get up, just to relax. So Narayana asked him whether he wants to take rest in the reclining form or he wants to sit. Tirumizhi Alvar would have told him to give the darshan as if he is about to get up. So the Sayanam here is called as Uddana Sayanam. So that's the posture we can see here. And 7 Alvas have sung the Pasurams here. And there is another history associated to it. One, this sage Brihu, he went to the ocean of milk, that is Parkadal, to visit Narayana. It looks like Narayana didn't give him any attention, so he kicked him on his chest. We all know who is lying on Narayana's chest. It is Lord Mahalakshmi. She got angry and she came out of the Sargologam, that is Parkadal. Not Sargologam, it is different. And she came down to earth. So Lord Narayana followed her and married her as a Padmavati Tayar, as she was born as a Padmavati Tayar in Tirupati. We know that story. He married Padmavati Tayar, but still Padmavati Tayar was not out of her anger. So the story comes like this. Sage Brihu would have born as a Hema Rishi sage, and realizing his mistake of kicking Lord Vishnu, he prayed Vishnu that Mahalakshmi should born to her and he should get her daughter married to Lord Narayana. So that's the story in this temple. Goddess Mahalakshmi is born as Komavalli Tayar in this temple, and she got married to Ara Amudan in this temple. So we can see a shrine for Komalavalli Tayar here. Okay. When Mahalakshmi was angry, Padmavati Tayar was angry in Tirupati, Narayana wants to get rid of her anger, and he would have hidden in a Badala chamber, we call, in the underground chamber in this temple. So when we are visiting this temple, we can see a Badala Arai, where Lord Srinivasa will be hiding himself there. Later, after this sage Brihu got her daughter married, we can see a Mate Sthalam, that is shrine, Mate shrine, where Lord Srinivasa will bless us with the concept Kamalavalli Tayar. So, other than the main sanctum where the God blesses in Uddana Sayanam, we can see 2 other shrines within the temple as a Badala shrine and then the Mate shrine. It will be beautiful temple, and as I said, the sanctum itself will be in the chariot form with the wheels, and we can see elephants. It's beautifully sculptures carved there, and we can also see the sculptures of Bharadam, that is a dance, different symbols of Bharatanatyams there. And there are a lot of festivals celebrated in this temple and we can see the shrines for Vedanta Desikar also. 7 Alvas have sung the Pasurams. So it's one of the famous shrine of 108 Divya Desams. So first one is Sri Rangam, I said, no, the popular one. Then is the Tirupati. Third is the Sarangapani temple. Now let's see about Chakrapani temple. Chakrapani temple, the history is, it's called Bhaskara Kshetram. Bhaskara means sun. So in order to control his pride, Sudarshana Chakram would have appeared here as a Perumal. So Chakrapani is nothing but it is Perumal's Sudarshanam, Chakram, discus is weapon. So Chakram will be in the form of Perumal here. That's why the temple gets the name Chakrapani. He came here in order to control sun's pride, and son he realized his mistake and he surrendered to God's feet, and he became a sincere devotee of Lord Narayana. So that's how, so seeing his devotion, Narayana gave him the name to Kshetram as Bhaskara Kshetram. That's another story. So these two temples are interrelated. If you are visiting the Chakrapani Koil, we should or we can visit Sarangapani temple, and if you are visiting Sarangapani temple, we can visit Chakrapani also. They are associating Ramaswamy temple also along with this. I'll talk about Ramaswamy temple tomorrow. So one who visits the Chakrapani temple will get good health, wealth and longevity. So that's the benefit of visiting Chakrapani. Tirtham name is Chakrapani Koil is called as Chakra Tirtham, whereas Tirtham name in Sarangapani temple is known as Hema Tirtham. Hema associating it to Hema Maharishi. And other details I want to, here in Chakrapani temple we call the Nachiyar's temples as Tani Koil Nachiyar, Vijayavalli Tayar. This is concept Chakrapani Perumal's concerns Vijayavalli Tayar, Sudarshanavalli Tayar, and she is also called as Tani Koil Nachiyar. There is a sanctum before a main sanctum of Sarangapani called Santana Krishna. This is the place where the devotees will give all their wishes with the belief that it is taken care of by Santana Krishna Swami. The temple itself is very beautiful. I was blessed to visit this once. I have also visited Ramaswamy temple and Chakrapani temple. So let's meet tomorrow to discuss same 12 Divya Desams about Ramaswamy temple. Thank you all friends. Namaskaram.